Hey there guys, Erin here again, another What I Eat in a Day Wednesday, except for today's going to be a little different. Instead of doing my normal What I Eat in a Day, I'm going to be going over some of my favorite keto meal items and doing kind of a keto meal lookbook. This is kind of what I feel like most people are trying to get when they see What I Eat in a Day videos. They want to see what somebody is eating on that specific diet. So I thought, why not pick a specific topic, a specific kind of theme regarding eating, and then show you guys a bunch of different meal options and give you some tips and advice on how to prepare those meals. So I'm going to be doing these videos every once in a while instead of my regular What I Eat in a Days, in order for you guys to get some additional recipe ideas or some meal inspiration. Today's video is going to be themed around meat and how to prepare certain meats, and kind of just giving you advice on how to prepare different styles of meats. I can't include every single option out there, and so these are just some of my favorites, and I hope they inspire you as you go forward on keto in your own keto kitchen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the meals. So I'm gonna start off by talking about pork. Pork is loaded with potassium. In fact, it's one of the highest potassium foods out there. And I love pork loin because pork loin is the highest pork product with the highest potassium count. So I like to cook it in loads of oil or butter with lots of garlic, maybe even some mustard, and then slice it up into 1/2 inch slices. This will usually be enough for me and somebody else, or me and another meal. I also like to serve it with some buttered broccoli because broccoli is again full of different vitamins and minerals. You can also do pork chops or pork cuts, and these I grilled with some oil and then served with some garlic and oiled asparagus and some cheese stuffed jalapenos. You can also fry in a saucepan or in a frying pan some pork chops up as well. So these I just did with some pepper and some garlic and a little paprika, and then paired it with some green beans and garlic. Loads of oil in that as well. Beef liver is another great meat option, and beef liver is full of vitamin A as well as vitamin B12. It's one of the most nutrient-dense meats out there. I like having my meat liver chopped up, loaded with whatever sauce, because beef liver can have quite a gamey taste. And you also, when preparing it, you want to just cook it lightly on a medium-low heat. This one I paired with some green onion and then some parsley and chive cream cauliflower rice. Salmon is again another very loaded meat, and I like to either do it with a cream-based sauce on top of some zucchini slices and just grill it, or do it in something like my salmon sushi bowl. Another favorite of mine is cooking up some asparagus heads, so just the tips of the asparagus, and then cooking that with some shallots or red onions, and then maybe some leeks, cooking that in some oil or some butter, and then taking some either grilled or broiled salmon and then just chopping that up and cooking it with some heavy whipping cream, some paprika, some salt, pepper, parsley until it boils, creating a really good thick sauce. And then in another pan, I will whip up my better than fathead dough, which I usually will use for pizza crusts, and then in some crocker bowls, just put that mixture and then put the fathead dough on top. 375 degrees, 15 minutes, you basically have a keto version of pot pie. So very delicious, satisfying, great way to eat salmon. Turkey legs are another great meat source. They have almost 650 milligrams of potassium. I like to kind of roast mine in the oven by putting some baking powder on the outside as well as some salt and pepper in order to dry it, cooking it at 275 degrees for about 25 minutes, and then cranking the heat up to 425 degrees for an additional 30 minutes. Makes the turkey legs turn out perfect every single time. This is also my method for cooking things like chicken thighs and crispy chicken breasts. It creates that delicious kind of crispy skin. I also use this with chicken wings. I will link up above my chicken wing recipe. So things like lobster, shrimp, crab are all great options for meat on keto as well. You just want to be mindful of the fact that these can have a few sneaky carbs in them. ham. One of my favorite things to do with seafood is to put it on zucchini. I just think seafood and zucchini have that really good taste, and then the sauce that I used is the same kind of cream sauce that I had used in that salmon pot pie. Grilled chicken thigh is another great option. This is boneless and skinless, so the fat content is a little lower. So when that happens, I like to pair it with a good sized helping of homemade guacamole. I also like to grill up some vegetables and then also serve it with some lemon wedges because it adds that kind of good citrus taste to the chicken. Beef roasts are also a great option. My favorite way to cook roasts is still using a crock pot, and that's just because doing that slow heat really gives the meat a lot of flavor. So I like to take a pound or two of roast, put it in a crock pot, cover it in liquid for about 8 hours on low heat, and then I also like to make my own gravy from the liquid drippings, just taking some mushroom onions and then cooking it in the liquid with a little bit of xanthan gum, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and then this is just served with some cauliflower mashed potatoes. Another great way to eat beef is in cauliflower mac and cheese. I just like to brown my beef and then mix it in with some cauliflowered rice, top it off with some cream cheese or cream goat cheese for that kind of creamy cheese texture, and then I just add some sprinkled cheese or some shredded cheese on top. Put it in the broiler for about 5 minutes and you get that perfect baked macaroni cheese taste. I will link the recipe up above for this one as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you got some good meal inspirations. And just again as a reminder, I couldn't include every single meat option that I've ever prepared in my kitchen. There's definitely tons of different things that I've done, but I just wanted to throw out there some good options, some good tips, just to keep you guys inspired. So again, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!